Once there was a gardener whose work was to care for a fig tree. Every year he would prune its branches, clean out its roots, and fertilize its soil. But that fig tree just wasn't producing any fruit. And so the gardener went to his boss and asked permission to cut it down. But as he was about to chop down that tree, his boss stopped him and said, "You know what? One more year. Just one more year, and then if it doesn't produce fruit, you can cut it down. I'll give you one more year." So the gardener tended to that tree as he had been tending to all the others, hoping that maybe, just maybe, something would change. And at the end of that year, when the tree still wasn't producing fruit, he went back to his boss and asked permission again to cut it down. But once again, his boss said, No, one more year. I want to see if it's going to produce fruit." The gardener thought to himself, "You know what? Maybe I should have listened to my boss the first time. Maybe I should have given that tree more time." Well, at the end of that second year, the tree still didn't produce any fruit, but the gardener did something different. Instead of asking permission to cut it down, he dug around the tree. He cleaned out its roots, and he fertilized it even more than he had before. And then he took a pruning hook and pruned those branches down even more drastically than he had before. And at the end of the third year, something amazing happened. That tree produced the most beautiful figs that anyone had ever seen. The gardener was so happy because not only did the tree finally produce fruit, but it produced some of the best fruit that anyone had ever tasted. As Jesus told this story, he said, "This is how it is with you who have believed in me. If you remain in me and my words remain in you, you will ask and receive. You will seek and find. You will knock and the door will be open to you." In this short parable, Jesus paints a picture of a tree that I sent producing fruit and a gardener who doesn't give up on it. Instead of cutting it down, he says, "Let me dig around it. Let me care for it. Let me give it one more year." That gardener is the heart of God. Patient, hopeful, willing to give us time, willing to work with us. Even when we fall short, he doesn't walk away. He leans in, offering us another chance to grow, to change, to bear fruit. Maybe that's where you are right now. Maybe you feel like the tree that hasn't bloomed. The good news is this: God isn't finished with you. His mercy is still digging. His grace is still watering. His love is still waiting for you to thrive. Thank you for watching. If this story reminded you of God's grace, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more parables brought to life. And remember, God is patient, but he also calls us to respond. So let him dig deep and let your life bear fruit. Until next time, stay rooted in grace and keep growing.